hit my hair today. I feel a little extra poofy. Anyways, I'm cozy at home. Dinner is on its way to being done for me to consume. So here's the dealio. I went to Farm Boy today because I had seen some sort of like video online that they have like a ton of pumpkin flavored things. If you never heard about Farm Boy, basically those of you who are in the US, it's kind of like our version of Trader Joe's. It's nowhere near as cool as Trader Joe's, but it is kind of neat because Farm Boy has a lot of like Farm Boy products, their own name brand products, and they typically come out with seasonal stuff a little bit more than I notice at other grocery chains. So there's usually something fun to see, especially around this time of year. I went today, and maybe I have to go try a different location because the one I went to was quite small. But I didn't see too many things I wanted to get. I did pick up these pumpkin spice cookies from the bakery section. I did already have one, and I'm gonna have one after dinner. They're okay. Editing Caitlin here. They're okay was generous. I would say they're like meh. You could do without them. And also in the bakery section, I picked up these vegan, oh, I didn't realize they're vegan. Okay, okay, okay. But they're vegan pumpkin spice muffins. I never buy muffins, but today I'm buying muffins because I do quite enjoy a pumpkin spice moment. Straight up pumpkin, sometimes no, but pumpkin spice, I'm there for it. And then the other, I guess, like Farm Boy fall thing that I got was the Farm Boy butternut squash soup. I don't know if this is just a seasonal thing, but butternut squash soup screams September, October, November vibe. I do like making butternut squash soup from scratch. Actually, butternut squashes I've started to see in stores, so might have to do that. I don't know if I've ever made it on camera before. Might have to experiment. The last like pumpkin spice thing I got wasn't a Farm Boy product, but it's by Elmhurst. It's their pumpkin spice creamer. I can't remember if I've tried this one before. If I have had it, I think it's more subtle. What's painful though about this creamer is how expensive it is. It is actually pretty terrifying. The two random things I got at Farm Boy was organic granulated onion, and this one arguably is the thing I'm most excited for. It's not pumpkin at all. It's cappuccino mini biscotti with white chocolate. Excusez-moi, I didn't know this existed. Hello. Imagine me having my afternoon coffees with a little biscotti. I never usually have a snack with my afternoon coffee. Why not? Of all the things in this haul, I need this to be incredible. Because I'll go back and I'll get some more. But cappuccino, mini biscotti, dipped in white chocolate. Wow. What's a grocery haul without a taste test? That is good. I do like that. Wait, do I try this too? Naughty, naughty Caitlin. Who are we kidding here? Okay, this is what it looks like. It smells beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay, I think this dipped in coffee is gonna be insane. I love fall. That is so good. Remember last week when I said Indigo was having a buy 3 get the 4th free book sale and I didn't get anything and I was kind of disappointed? Well, I went back and I got things. This is a rare occurrence to buy 4 books at once. Definitely, I think, influenced by the fact that last week I was, as I mentioned in the video, going through a little bit of a wonky week. And on that note, I just want to say a huge thank you to those of you who left comments, messages, the sweetest messages on last week's video. It was a great reminder to me to read those comments, to know that there is such importance in sharing humanness. And, you know, I love creating a positive space on the internet, but that doesn't mean sharing when we're kind of blasé or when we're just going through life, that isn't positive in its own way. It's a positive to share that because those moments exist. Not all peaches and rainbows all the time, nor should it be. That's kind of the interesting part about life in many ways. But on that note, let's get into it. So the first book I picked up is Full Catastrophe Living by Jon Kabat-Zinn. Using the wisdom of your body and mind to face stress, pain, and illness. This is the mindfulness-based stress reduction program, MBSR, used in medical centers worldwide. I've heard about this program in other types of like mental health books that I've read throughout the years, so it's always been my intention to really deep dive into it. This is going to be a deep dive. And actually, I was telling someone in my life that I had picked this book up, and they told me that a therapist at one point recommended that they read this book. So I was extra excited to hear that. This is a really old book. I think even this revised edition is from 2013. I've seen this next book everywhere. It's Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Just everywhere on the internet, everywhere in bookstores. It's been one that's been on my radar, so I finally feel like it's time to add it to the collection. But at the back it says, Everything I Know About Love captures early adulthood in all its terrifying and hopeful uncertainty. excellent. This is probably the most random book that I got of the haul. It's called She Builds, The Anti-Hustle Guide to Grow Your Business and Nourish Your Life by Jada Selner. I've never heard anything about this book or this author. I'm kind of taking a gamble on it, but I did read the synopsis when I was at Indigo, and it felt like some of the things that the author was saying was clicking with me. I have my own business. This influencer thing is a business, although I think some might not think it's the most legitimate or sophisticated one. It is one, and it's one that requires a lot of work, at least from my experience behind the scenes, and a really strange business because so much of life is wrapped up into the work in a really intimate way. You almost have trouble finding the dividing line between the two. As much as I am like a hard worker and like I want to make sure I'm pushing forward in my business, I also don't want to like become toxic about it and forget about the things that I need in my personal life. But again, like they're so wrapped up together. So I just feel like this is the kind of book that I probably need to read. Maybe I can get some good like insights or tips.
Me again. On that note, are you guys curious to know more about creator life behind the scenes? Because when I'm not on camera, I'm doing many other tasks, usually in front of my computer, that involves like, yes, editing, but also like content planning and scheduling and like outlining, creative processes, meetings, emails, quite a few tasks that go into keeping all this running, not just the YouTube channel, but my newsletter, socials, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, you know, all the things. It's never ending. Again, though, like it's a lot of me in front of the computer, so I think that's why I don't like show too much of it in these vlogs, but I could add some like background as to like how I'm choosing to spend my time, why I'm spending to choose my time on certain things. I could see how it'd be interesting for some people, but also maybe like not of interest to others. So just wondering where you land on that. If you could let me know in the comments, that'd be so great.
I've heard a lot about this book before too. It's called, well, this is The Complete Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, but this is like 3 of her books in one, and the one that I've heard a lot about is The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way is Cameron's original groundbreaking 12-step program, the essential first step on a path to creative recovery. Again, this job that I have is so creative, and it demands me to be creative on demand, and that can be tricky when you're going through seasons of like not feeling that energy. So I'm really curious about this. I will say I read some of the bits in store to kind of get a sense of like how things were written, and the way that creativity is talked about has a lot of conversations also with God or references to God. So just something to keep in mind, because this is creativity as a spiritual practice, so she comes at it from that lens. I'm intrigued by it, but it's something I definitely wanted to just preface in case you're considering it. Honestly, I have no idea what the other 2 are about. They didn't have The Artist's Way in store, they only had this one, so I was like, you know what, I'll just get the whole thing. I'm always talking about gratitude, but like this is one of the things I'm very grateful for in life. I love reading and enjoy like getting knowledge from books. I think that's also something I'm really grateful for, because sometimes some people just don't click with reading, and like that's fair, but I'm so glad that I do. It is so life-changing. I'll have these all linked down in the description box below in case you're interested, but also like take note, look at your local library, even the ebook library of your local library. I'm always going on Libby to see what they got. I was gonna get like The Artist's Way on Libby, but it was like a 15-week wait at my library, so I was like, okay, you know what, I think I might want to tackle it before then, so I got it. But that is a great option. Fresh books, nothing like it. The smell is so good. Okay, ta-da! This was sent to me as PR. It's a Swiffer Power Mop. What? Yup. I have never seen this before. I'm pretty sure it's a new product. I know people in their 30s always joke like, this is like your 30s. You get excited about new cleaning products and appliances and all that stuff. I've been there. I'm 26. I've been excited. I am pumped about this. I have been at that era that is meant to be for your 30s. That's been my 20s. So what's gonna happen in my 30s is what I question. I put this order through for this other package because I saw a top on Dynamite that I immediately knew I need to get, because if this sells out, I'll think about it forever and ever. It's a black long sleeve, but it has this beautiful white trim on the neckline, which this neckline, like a wide scoop, is something I used to wear all the time, especially in my university days. But the star of the show is that it's an open back and that trim goes down that. I feel like black with a white trim is so classy, so elegante, and it's ribbed as well. I have a lot of bodysuits that are just like this, really simple. I think one thing I want to like look out for are more of these unique pieces. And I do quite like a bodysuit option because I hate tucking shirts in, and they always come untucked and then you gotta remember to tuck them in. I much prefer the safety net of a class. It doesn't get much better than that. Oh, actually, I should take back my words. For those of you looking for an update, I did find the lost earring, but I don't know if you can really tell. It did in fact get eaten by my vacuum cleaner. I'm trying not to dwell too much on it because this is quite upsetting. I can technically buy a replacement solo earring because this is a Majuri earring. I wanted to end the story with me finding the earring like in my bed. I had a few comments that were telling me like, go look in your bed, maybe it came off while you were sleeping. No, vacuum, and it must have gone scrunched up. It went through it. So I'm happy I found it because now I know like that it exists, but it's also unusable. So I'm kind of still in the same predicament of my classic go-to earrings are no longer in commission. I know technically like I'm still under the warranty period, but I don't think like vacuuming up your earring is something that falls under warranty. Expelling those bad thoughts, we're back on the good vibes. I need to go get a coffee or something. I think I need to get out of this apartment and frolic around or something. See the world a bit. The last 20 minutes cleaning because my brother is coming to crash on my couch tonight, so I thought I would do a little tidying. Will he care? No. But all day I have been craving a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the only reason I'm craving it is because I have some like plain old classic white bread on hand. Earlier in the week I wasn't feeling so good, so I got some plain white bread just so that I could have something in my stomach that was very neutral. But these days I don't usually buy this bread, even though it's like superior for toast. I usually get like ones with grains in them, something that makes me feel a little bit healthier. But this is the kind of bread that you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I happen to have strawberry jam on hand and peanut butter, so bada boom, bada bing, PB&J. Plates. This is not a complicated dish to make, but I'm still going to walk you through it. Unrelated, but remember when I bought those Rice Krispies, I put them in an OXO, and I feel like this looks fake. They don't look real. It looks like a store display. Okay, onwards. I feel inclined to start with peanut butter. I am a smooth peanut butter kind of gal. In my perfect world, when I am assembling a PB&J, I don't like to slack on ingredients. You know, you gotta make it pack a punch. And I want all surface area covered. Isn't that beautiful? You don't have to say it, I know. Now we're going in with the strawberry jam. This is very exciting to me. It's one of the most exciting dishes I think I've made in a bit. There is our jelly, and then the two pieces must merge. I, for just extra loving, love to give it a good old squish. Squish. You want them glued together. Should I cut off the crust? I'll eat the crust, but I feel like that'll make it really fun. We'll be eating that crust, don't worry, but like, isn't this just delightful? Look at that. Look at that. So fluffy. Oh, a mouth-watering bite. Oh my gosh. It's the simple things in life. I wouldn't even say this is the most nostalgic for me because I was one of those picky kids, so jam just didn't do it for me. But wow, I'm gonna finish eating this and do some more work. Deadlines are a ticking and videos need to be edited. How many videos? I usually let my hair air dry, but my hair also takes forever to dry. So I never like to go to bed with even like a little bit of it damp. It actually grosses me out. That means I need my buddy here.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden